Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following me, and thank you for being a part of this incredible show. My name is Matt Rowe. I'm the owner of Identity of Health. Through this beautiful experience, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2017, and I was told at that time I was 6 months away from a wheelchair. Now, today, 7 years later, I'm still walking, I'm still working out, I'm still doing everything that I wish to do, but I had to make a choice. Like all of us in our lives, change is inevitable. Change is always going to happen within our lives, but we have to make a choice on how we address that change. If we think of that change as this is the worst thing that's going to happen to me, everything is going to go down, I'm never going to be able to. What happens is energetically, what we will do is we will attract more of that into our lives. We'll attract limitation into our lives if we allow that space to begin happening. But what I want to encourage you at this moment that when we begin shifting to the other side of possibility, we begin making different choices. We begin taking other steps. When we start to think, and we don't have to go big, we don't have to go from, let's say at this point right now, I'm beating myself up and I've been there. It's a tough place to be. But if we don't need to go from beating myself up to super optimistic in one leap, I don't even think we need to get to super optimistic. I think we just need to take one step. When we take that one step, we allow our bodies to begin healing themselves. Our bodies have a natural ability to heal itself. This is why you can cut your hand and your hand will heal. It'll go into that space. It'll begin healing your hand. Your body will put the immune cells into it. It'll start doing all it can to replace that cut. Depending on how deep the cut is, it may leave a scar. But if your body naturally has this ability to begin healing itself, why would it stop at just a cut on the skin? And if we look at the skin is your largest organ on your body. And so now, if our body naturally has the ability to repair the cut on our skin, how could this not be for other things within our bodies? What'll happen is we'll sit at some point and our belief and our knowing and our mindset down that road is, oh, I cut my hand, and you take care of it and you wipe salve on it and you do all that you can to get that body to begin healing that cut on that hand. But most importantly is your belief in that ability to heal that cut on your hand. You know it's possible. There is no doubt in your mind that it won't heal that cut, and it begins healing it. But when we get and step into a dis-ease, and we have the doctors tell us there's no cure, we can begin believing that there is no cure to that step. So your mindset is one of the most powerful things you could do to begin healing. Because if you believe you can, and truly, and I want to take this outside of the step, I want to take it another step further than just believing it. Believing it, yes, puts you on the path, but being it. So, for example, I'm going to go back to the example of your hand being cut. When you are being it, you know it. Like You cut your hand, what do you tell individuals? You're like, cut my hand. Do you say, oh my gosh, this is never going to heal? It's always going to be a cut hand, and I'm going to be suffering from a cut hand for the rest of my life. No, you wouldn't say that because you don't know it. You know that your hand is going to heal. That is under that premise right there. You know it like you know it like you know it. You are being it. You do things that support your hand. You put a Band-Aid on it, you wrap it. You do all of these things to protect your hand and allow it to heal. But when it comes to dis-ease within the body, do we begin telling ourselves that, oh, I'm diagnosed with an incurable dis-ease. There's nothing I can do. This is all the only places I can go. I'm going to start. And happens is we begin thinking about our limitations. And I'm not saying this is the answer to healing. Healing requires so much more. Healing a dis-ease within us is mindset, and it's the actions you take with diet and exercise and all of these other things, and having a healing team that supports you and believes in you more than you might believe in yourself right now. That belief you have deeply within you allows yourself to begin healing. So I have to ask this question. Are you allowing yourself to begin healing from multiple sclerosis or any other autoimmune condition? Or do you stay in the state of the condition? Do you stay in thinking of, oh, this is going to be taken away from me? I'm not going to be able to do this. This is going to be so terrible. Are you staying within that space of that limitation? Or do you step into your space of possibility deeply within you? This is a beautiful opportunity for us all to start taking a look at the power of our mind. Our mindset is so powerful. And when we look at this goes into the subconscious level and the conscious level. The subconscious level is that automatic process that plays out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when you sleep. That subconscious mind. So what are that subconscious mind telling your entire body? So if in that moment you're like, wow, I don't want it this way, we can begin taking small shifts to allow your body to begin healing itself. Just like your hand, you give your hand love in that moment. You take care of it. You make your hand the most important thing because you're like, oh, I want to protect my hand. I want to heal it. I want to make this cut and make this skin come back together and heal itself. It is really quite amazing what your body can do. But do you allow yourself healing from something that at this moment you might not believe it's true? You might not believe it's possible. Every symptom that comes in, your walking may have been taken away. That's okay. It's just you're seeing what's currently happening right now. So to allow your body to begin healing is to become aware of what you are thinking right now in this moment. If it's good, if it's bad, if it's anything, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's something that you don't want, that's actually a gift. It's actually quite amazing because it does point you to your body's own ability to begin recovering itself, to begin rising above this dis-ease and no longer become a victim of it. You have this amazing possibility. You are such an incredible individual, but we have to be aware about where we're at. So what I want to recommend at this point, what I want to invite you to is to become aware of how you are feeling and thinking right now, no matter what it is. If you're in a moment of that fear state, that's okay. Become aware of it and begin rewriting your subconscious mind. You can do it in 3 ways, and I recommend doing all 3 of them. Your imagination, your affirmations that what you tell yourself, affirmations of belief that you believe in, and then the last one is actions, inspired action. Today, you might get the inspired action. I'm making it up now. So you might get the inspired action as you're imagining to yourself. You're like, you know what? I want to walk. You imagine yourself walking. You imagine your foot touching the stone, feeling the surface of the ground beneath you. Really imagine this. Then take another step and say something. I know all is well. Everything is happening for my highest good. My body will heal itself. Then, in that, as you're saying that, then you might have this inspired action to eat a bowl of spinach and broccoli tonight. Just making it up. And you eat that with the inspired action, and then you start feeling a little bit better, and you start taking that 1% step. As you do this, your body begins recovering. So I love you all. My name is Matt Rowe. Thank you so much for watching this video and being a part of the channel of Identity of Health. I will see you all very soon.